Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your Friday edition of the ClarkCountyToday.com video update. First of all, we want to start out with a moment of silence on the September the 11th to recognize the more than 3,000 people who lost their lives in a series of terrorist attacks carried out on the Twin Towers in New York City, at the Pentagon, and aboard Flight 93, which crashed in Pennsylvania in an act of extreme bravery. Thank you also to those who gave their lives running into danger to save those in harm's way. We will never forget your sacrifice. Back here locally, the ongoing wildfires continue to be the major story at the Big Hollow Fire southeast of Cougar. A new incident management team arrived this morning and continues to assess the threat of the fire, which has been estimated to be between 12 and 20,000 acres in size. Now, evacuation warnings remain largely unchanged from this time yesterday, with people in Chalachi, Yale, and Cougar on a level 2 or be ready advisory. Amboy and most of Yakult remain at level 1, which means be alert. Crews are working to gain access to areas where the fire is burning and assess the risk to buildings in the area. With lighter winds and cooler conditions, fire crews believe the risk to surrounding towns is minimal. Most of the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest in the area is currently off limits to the public. Well, for most of Clark County, the bigger concern is this dense layer of smoke that continues to cover the area, and that's leading health officials to issue warnings for people to avoid being outside as much as possible. Particulate levels in much of the area have been in the hazardous range, which means it can be dangerous even for healthy people, but especially for those with lung or heart conditions or people who've had strokes. Trash and recycling pickups were canceled today, and the Vancouver Farmers Market will be closed tomorrow. An air pollution advisory has been extended through Monday at noon. For more tips on how to keep the air in your house healthy, you can read our full story at ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, in the state of Oregon, nearly 500,000 people are under some level of evacuation. That prompted the delay of that trunnion replacement project, which was expected to close the northbound span of the interstate bridge on I-5 for 9 days starting tomorrow. And our own Jacob Granneman spoke with some folks who have left their homes to stay with family here in Clark County. And we talked with area fire districts to find out how they're preparing for the potential of more evacuations.
Thanks, Chris. This story touches on multiple facets across the fire situation in Clark County and beyond. We had the opportunity to actually speak with some folks that have come up here from Molalla, Oregon, and are now staying with their family here in Clark County. They actually had to evacuate multiple different days this week to leave their homes because of the fires down there. And then we actually spoke with folks at the fire departments and some of the police stations around the area, talking to them about how they're getting ready for potentially more evacuations and more people coming into the county, as well as helping people facilitate places to stay. Speaking of places to stay, we got to speak with the folks over at Living Hope Church. They're working on plans to open up their facilities to have people come and stay there. And then there are also parking lots that are opening up for folks to be able to park their cars if they've come out of an evacuation area and don't have family to stay with. So be sure to read the whole story to find out more and hear some encouraging words as well.
All right, thanks for that report, Jacob. Now over to Paul Valencia, who's been talking with members of the Clark County Saddle Club who banded together to help create a safe place for our four-legged friends impacted by these wildfires.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to share some good news with you this week. The Clark County Saddle Club put out a call to action, and within hours, there was an army of volunteers helping to set up the club to take in horses that were being evacuated from fires from the south and fires from the north.
Hi, my name is Haley Minsker, and we're here down at the Clark County Saddle Club. And we are here with all of the horses that have been brought in already. And we have room for over 100 horses and livestock today. So the reason we're here is for all the evacuated horses and livestock. So our community came together. We started this yesterday on Wednesday, and we are here and our gates are open for anybody that is needing to bring their evacuated animals. We just wanted to say thank you to everyone, our community, our club members, for donating all the hay and feed for all the animals.
All right, thank you so much for that report, Paul. Well, in COVID-19 news, Clark County Public Health says 40 more people have tested positive. One more person has died. The victim, a man in his 60s, brings the number of fatalities to 53. There have been 178 new confirmed cases since last Friday. That brings our total to 2,893. There are currently 120 active cases, along with 18 confirmed and 10 suspected cases in area hospitals. Well, Russell Brent knows all too well the impact the COVID-19 pandemic has had on the restaurant industry. Earlier this spring, Brent was forced to close his battleground restaurant, the Mill Creek Pub. And this morning, he shared his experiences and the current state of regional restaurants in a Zoom meeting with Vancouver Sunrise Rotary Club. Brent issued a dim view of the immediate future for restaurants, saying that in the next few weeks, when summer weather gives way to fall, restaurants will lose their outside dining opportunities, which will further erode their ability to serve customers. With dine-in service limited because of physical distancing requirements, Brent predicted that more federal funding will be needed to keep businesses afloat. Local efforts are also underway as well. The Northwest Wine and Food Society, for instance, has created a restaurant reboot effort. Their plan is to give $2,000 grants to small restaurants in the area to help keep their doors open during this pandemic. Well, the pandemic may have postponed high school football season in Washington, but things are much different in Idaho. Paul Valencia spoke with one local football official who paid his own way to work a game in Idaho last week.
Todd Bingham says football is in his heart. A longtime football official from Clark County, he said he didn't want to wait until Washington's high school football season. He wanted a game right now. So he spent a lot of money getting certified in Idaho, and he traveled to Idaho, and yes, he worked a game in Idaho last week.
So yeah, I had the opportunity. I reached out to the Idaho Association, and I knew I was going to be in town, and like us, they're short on officials, and so he got right back to me and said, absolutely, we'd love to have you. And so the opportunity to get on the field, it was certainly worth the drive and the $500 it cost me to do a $63 game.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Paul. And there is your Friday. Check out the stories we're following for you at clarkcountytoday.com. If you like what we're doing, consider following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can also reach us with story ideas and feedback via email, news@clarkcountytoday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and we'll be back with you again next week.